welcome. The time has come to introduce you to a new level of music. Get ready for what is coming next. Adrenaline, emotions, an amazing sensation will take over your mind for a long time. Be ready for a powerful dose of positive vibrations and become one with the music.
You are listening to the Reggae Drive Time Show on the Black Culture Radio with the T-Rex, DJ Age.
This is your Island Empress, Abiyah Yisrael out of Dominica, and you're listening to DJ Age on Black Culture Radio.
This is BCR.
Right, guys, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everybody else of all over the world. You know that Black Culture Radio is international. In a couple of minutes, Abiyah will be joining me straight from Dominica. That is massive. A big up to yourself all over the world.
Noah, Abraham and Isaac, Jacob. Right now it's you and I. Children of Israel, don't be fooled, be wise. Open up your eyes and realize we got to chant up Mount Zion chant. Black people chant up Mount Zion chant. All our sorrows will be over when we trod over. Chant up Mount Zion chant. Oh, was it black man was free? Freedom, free to be who we're meant to be. Freedom, oh yeah. Freedom. What if Africa was one kingdom? Freedom, freedom, free to fulfill our destiny. Sweet dreams far across the ocean, cosmic realms way up in the heavens. Lucid dreams, thoughts of Mount Zion. Take me home, take me on a journey. 500 years away from Africa, away from my roots and my culture. Spirit inside me, lead me on. Ancestors guide me to the promised land. Golden streets, land blessed, milk and honey. Everlasting water flowing from Mount Zion. Nations bow before the King in all business. Africa, keeping
that is the sound that is coming straight from Abiyah. That is massive. The name of the new sound is called Sweet Dreams, and she's here with me right now, connected. My sister, how are you?
I'm doing so good. Thank you so much for having me. I was Shalom. I greet you, peace, and everyone listening here today. Shalom, and I greet you all peace and blessings. And thank you. I'm excited for today.
Perfect. The sound today is perfect. I do apologize for yesterday, but thank you very much for your patience, my sister, and I love that. Big up to yourself.
No.
Yeah. Nice. So basically, I usually ask this question because everybody asks the question. Just tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right. Well, I am Abiyah Yisrael. I was born, raised, and I currently reside in Dominica. So for the folks to understand the difference between Dominica and Dominica Republic, call ourselves Commonwealth of Dominica or Whitey Kubuli, based in the Caribbean between two French islands, Martinique and Guadeloupe. So I'm a Caribbean girl. That's where I was born, raised. That's where I am right now. My family, lovers of music. From the time I was born, my mom was a choir instructor at the primary school that I attended to. So, surely I was a part of that choir. My father loved music and entertainment. We were raised in an extended family. So 11, 12, up to 13 of us in one house. Every time we had gatherings, I would sing, my father would sing, my brother plays the keyboard. So I was raised in a whole different various genres, local genres to Dominica. We call it cascadas, zouk, bouillon, and of course, reggae music was a huge part of my upbringing. And this is why up to this day now, understanding my purpose, being raised in that environment of musicians, I have decided to really take a stand and take this thing seriously and focus on the music and focus and my lyrical content purely based on positivity. Quite a bit of scripture, quite a bit of my faith comes through my lyrics. So yes, this is a great summary.
It was
summary
brief,
of who I am,
brief and precise. What is interesting? What is interesting is Israel. I had other Israel Emmanuel. He was here with me on the Black Culture Radio 2 weeks ago, and he has got the same spelling of the name. That is interesting. So, tell me something about this sound, Sweet Dreams. Just a brief about it.
Yeah. So, in my process of understanding my identity, because I had the opportunity to complete my bachelor's degree at a university in Barbados. They call it University of the West Indies. During that time, while I was studying social work, that's what I did. I learned so much about our identity as a people, how our people came to the West for the transatlantic slave trade, and it brought me way beyond before the transatlantic slave trade into the identity we once had, into the culture we once had, the high spirituality we once had, the fact that we were kings and queens. And that is when I fell in love with Africa all again. So Sweet Dreams basically talks about, oh my gosh, my dream, my obsession of going back to the land that my ancestors knew, the land that my ancestors enjoyed, the land where we once lived in peace, harmony, and greatness. So it talks about that, having that yearning and that urge to go back to those times, to have our people restored, united together as one on the land of Africa.
That's perfect, my sister. Thank you very much, and I do appreciate it so much. And I love the message that is embedded in your music all the time, because you talk about peace, unity, and love, and that is perfect. And that's what we need as Africans. Thank you very much for that. So what we're going to do right now, let's go to the next sound right now, and we'll come back again and have another discussion. Right, I'm gonna play it now.
Sure.
This is BCR.
Love in my heart and temple clean. No frustration, negative vibration.
And forward again. We out.
Abiyah, got love in my heart. Love in my heart and temple clean. No frustration, negative vibration. Fight your radiation to kill the Hebrew nation. Love in my heart and temple clean. No frustration, negative vibration. Radiation to kill the Hebrew nation. Be strong, we fight in love in my heart, temple clean. No frustration, negative vibration. Radiation to kill the Hebrew nation. Israel be strong. Looking back to where we come from. Mama Africa, children of Judah, separated, indoctrinated, underrated. Babylon justice, it's not right. Murdered when we fight, fighting for rights. Black people be strong. Chant the words of this song. Love in my heart, temple clean. No frustration, negative vibration. Radiation to kill the Hebrew nation. Be strong, we fighting for cause. Love in my heart and temple clean. No frustration, negative vibration. Radiation to kill the Hebrew nation. Israel be strong. Written on my heart, words of the ancient scrolls, tablets of stone, teachings of the elders, Enoch and Abraham, scriptures filled with wisdom. Good morning, black man, open your eye, you will see transatlantic slavery used to run on me. 28, 68, fully awake and feeling great. Oh yeah. Love in my heart and temple clean. No frustration, negative vibration. Radiation to kill the Hebrew nation. Be strong, we fighting for cause. Love in my heart and temple clean. No frustration, negative vibration. Radiation to kill the Hebrew nation. Israel be strong. Looking back to where we come from. Mama Africa, children of Judah, separated, indoctrinated, underrated. Babylon justice, if not right. Murdered when we fight, fighting for rights. Black people be strong. Chant the words of this song. Yeshua in my heart and temple clean. No frustration, negative vibration. Radiation to kill the Hebrew nation. Be strong, we fighting for cause. Love in my heart and temple clean. No frustration, negative vibration. Radiation to kill the Hebrew nation. Israel be strong. Love in my heart, temple clean.
Right, guys, that is the music from Abiyah. For those who are joining me right now, my name is DJ Agemenon. That is something else. The Age now is the shortcut. My sister Abiyah, tell me something. Am I saying that the name correctly? You know, we never discussed about it.
Abiyah Yisrael, you are doing a good job. Great
perfect.
job.
Perfect. Thank you very much for that. I like it as well. You know what? The love in my heart, you know, something else. You spoke about a lot of things. You spoke about our identity and also spoke about it previously, first session. Tell me something. 99% of educating our people with regards to our identity is being done by music. What else can we do as the people of Africa, black people all over the world? What else can we do so that we reduce it from 99% so that the responsibility is shared? It's not only reggae music that is doing that.
Yeah, I agree. Good question. I believe one of the most effective ways is to actually be that individual. You know, like when someone sees you, they see something different. and then it spurs curiosity. So I have decided, because I'm talking about myself and my experience. Number one thing, people are very curious about the way I dress. I tie my hair. Do I have a wedding ring? I mean, there are little bits and pieces that when you see me in person, I look a little different from the regular person. You know what I mean? My practices, my lifestyle, what I eat, my diet has been everything I do, where I go, what I choose to say, what I don't choose to say. So my day-to-day livelihood and lifestyle has really been an expression of going back to Africa. You understand? And going back to the culture of Africa. And that sparks a lot of interest and conversation. Another thing we can do, obviously, use our social media platforms to educate, and in conversations, in live shows, in podcasts, I mean, in photography even, so, and art. There are people who can paint very well. There are actors. So in this performing arts and visual arts, use the social media platform to bring those things across. It could be just a status that you are writing, something to educate the masses. Because social media is literally the world's platform. You can meet anyone from anywhere. Once they have access to those platforms, you can meet them and definitely speak to them. So to me, these are the two things that have been working very well, even for me, in re-educating our people as to who we really are, our identity, and so forth.
Oh, that's perfect. You've broken a record. I said that you're the first female artist to be interviewed by DJ Agemenon, and I was looking forward to it. And right now, with you right now on the Black Culture Radio, it's an honor, my sister. Thank you very much for that. It's an honor. Thank you. So.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Thank you.
That's great. That's great. So let's go to the next song, Coronavirus. Yeah, we've got a lot to talk about that one. I love it so much.
All right, let's do it.
Stay far from Babylon. No guns and no bombs.
This is BCR.
Don't touch your eyes, don't touch your mouth, don't touch your face. What's happening to the human race? Virus, coronavirus. Wash your hands with soap and clean water. Don't have it, use your sanitizer. A virus, coronavirus. Would you believe me if I told you Babylon's system is falling? Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Isolation, better stay inside. Doctors and nurses fighting on the front line. I see Rastaman heading up to Zion. Politicians losing their minds. Judgment in the skies, revelation time. Don't touch your eyes, don't touch your mouth, don't touch your face. What's happening to the human race? It's a virus, coronavirus. Wash your hands with soap and clean water. Don't have it, use your sanitizer. A virus, coronavirus. Viral RNA, altered DNA. They want to control us, program and enslave us. Israelite nation, ban them vaccination. Just like in Goshen, protect our generation. Eating fruits, drinking plenty water. Stay away from sugar, milk is a killer. Bush medicine, strong herb tea, ginger and garlic keep the temple clean. Would you believe me? Stay far from Babylon. Can't touch
Yes, my sister. You know, that's something else. I played it to the to the last second of it because there's a lot of information that is out. Coronavirus. Tell me something about it. I'm gonna leave you to go with it. There's a lot, and I love it and I enjoyed it. That's something else.
Yes, thank you. Well, okay, let me see if I can get every information in there. To begin with, coronavirus was created in 2020, March, April 2020. That was just when our country, Dominica, went into the lockdown, and it was the first time we went into the lockdown, and we had so much uncertainty. I had uncertainty. I had fears. You understand? Nobody knew what was going. I mean, think back on 2020. It was confusion everywhere. You didn't know if information was correct, wrong. Are people tricking me? Is this real? So I decided, my husband and I decided to create Coronavirus. So we co-own together Kaya Studios, and that was produced by my husband in Kaya Studios. We do our recordings.
Oh, that's so
it's. Yeah, so my husband produces quite a bit of the songs that I sing. So we coronavirus addresses. I call it coronavirus pandemic, not necessarily putting anyone in the spotlight and saying I think the system planned this virus, but pandemic really speaks on prophecy. You know, I in order for me to ease my mind and understand what was going on, I understood it as this is prophecy being fulfilled. There will be diseases, there will be disasters in very diverse places, and us in Dominica coming from a horrible disaster in 2017, Hurricane Maria. So I'm understanding the world now that prophecy is being fulfilled through this virus. And what else is going on? You have politicians being very confused, because I shouldn't say confused, but I should say always analyzing and reassessing the standard operating procedures around. Okay, so we have to wear a mask one day, another day you have to test, another day you have to quarantine, another day is another thing. So politicians are really, trying to figure this out, as well as the population. I also talked about technology that has been designed through the years, where the pharmaceutical company has created medicines that change our genes, that medicines that are capable of targeting specific genes. So all that, the entire virus situation back in 2020 made me remember all those things, the prophecies, the science, technology of changing our genes and whatnot. So what's going to happen? Are we going to have vaccines or not? And that was even before we actually had vaccines going out into the population. So I addressed the vaccine situation in that song as well, and said what I thought about it. So yeah, so
no,
even up to this day,
great.
I think I still, even up to this day, I still have those thoughts. But at the end of it, I was addressing the people who know, who don't know. It's a saying we have in Dominica. So I'm addressing our people who understand the situation maybe similar as I do, and saying, okay, guys, we, at the end of the day, I feel like this is prophecy, no matter how chaotic or how horrible, and people are dying, and that's so sad. Which is so, I personally know of people who have passed away really through the coronavirus. So that is so sad that people are getting sick. My comfort. So my comfort, and I want everybody else's comfort, to just be in, you know what? Let me just set my life straight. Let me prepare for whatever the end is going to be. And that end should be, in my opinion, a lifestyle of righteousness. I follow the Torah. I follow scripture. That is my comfort. And I wish everyone gets comfort in scriptures as well. And at the end of the day, that's where we should find our comfort, in that coronavirus situation.
Thank you very much. That was precise. Yes. I love it.
Yeah.
Since that you have mentioned it, Kaya Studios, and you said you worked on this one with your husband. That is great. Probably maybe share about Kaya Studio. You know, that's massive. Obadiah, right?
Right. So yes, Obadiah actually, but you can say Obadiah. Actually, we good with that. We good with that.
Sorry about that.
So my husband's
I
name
try
is
to get
Yisreal.
people's names correctly all the time. Just like my name, DJ Agemenon as well. But sorry about that. But that's lovely. Tell me about the studio. You know, that's great stuff that is coming out
No,
of that studio.
not a problem. It's all love. So my husband's name is Hilroy Alfred, also known as Obadiah. Since before we were married, we were into the music scene together, and I think it was a very special union because I know him as a guitarist and a producer. We got together and now in our union, it really, really is a team effort because we really depend on each other to succeed. So my husband produces the songs. We work with bass players from Dominica overseas. We work with keyboardists, and drummers and so forth from other countries and even in Dominica as well. So together, it is easy for us because we are always together. It's easy for us to work on music at 2 a.m. in the morning, 3 a.m. in the morning, at any time, and we definitely inspire each other. Our lifestyle and our love and dedication for scripture and living a life of righteousness, it really is, we are on par with that. So it is easy for us to just naturally create music that expresses those things. So we have formed Kaya Studios. Really, really in 2020, it was during the pandemic, the lockdown, the first time we had lockdown, we just decided we have to make the music. This is our refuge. This is our comfort. Let us do this and put this music out there. Our first song together was Kumbaya. Actually, I think it was back in 2017 or 2018. We did Kumbaya. That was our first production from Kaya Studios. So it is from 2020 that we have been very consistent, and together we run Kaya Studios. And obviously, like I say, we have a team of other people who assist us along the way as music is concerned. So yes, we are alive, we are kicking, we are putting ourselves out there, and we really appreciate everybody who has been reaching out and telling us how much they love the music, how much they appreciate the music, and it's been amazing.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah.
That's a special relationship that you have with your husband. That is massive. You know, I wish most people would be like that.
Yes.
You know, I've seen so many marriages breaking down, but when people work together, it's the same way you're working with your husband. Big up to yourself. Send my regards to him up there. That is something else. I love it so much. You know, you spoke about prophecy, like these things were spoken about in prophecy, but we didn't listen. You know, and that's amazing. And actually, it's disturbing, actually, not to listen to the prophecy because these things were talked about. The coronavirus was talked about, you know. So let's go to the next song.
Yes,
Yeah, you can go ahead, my sister. Remember, this show is about you. It's about you, and I love you to do express yourself like that. I love you. Do that, please, my sister.
Yeah, what I was going to say is that even I didn't realize that I could have found information that would specifically speak of viruses that would be easily transmissible between people and whatnot. When we wrote that song, we were just thinking about, Revelation, the book of Revelation, the book of Enoch, these prophetic books that talk about the end times, really being the beginning of the end of the judgment of Babylon. That's what we were saying. And after I released that song, I actually stumbled on information that specifically spoke on illnesses, sicknesses that were prophesied by other people, throughout the years, maybe in the 80s, in the 90s, and so forth. So you're right, prophecy being fulfilled.
Thank you very much for that. You spoke about the book of Enoch. That's interesting. It's not there in the
Yeah.
contemporary gospel, but that book is very interesting. The book of Enoch, that's massive. So let's play "Protect Me," right? Then we'll come back again and we'll talk about the book of Enoch if we have time. That is lovely. Big up to yourself. So, guys, for those who are joining me right now, I'm with Abiyah Yisrael, straight from Dominica, and she did actually explain it from the beginning that there's a difference between the Republic of Dominica, and I think I did make that mistake at first. But big up to yourself all over the world. Well, sister, any shout outs for now? Any shout outs to anybody right now before we play "Protect Me"?
I want to big up to my first of all, big up to my husband who never sleeps. You know, big up to him. He's listening on another device right now. So big up, babes. My family, of course. Hopefully they're listening. My mom, my dad, who created me, made me strong and bold, the bold woman that I am today. My family, who always support me. I am blessed, to have a supportive family. So big up to my parents, Sonia and Adolphus Christian. Now the world knows your name.
Thank you.
Yes.
I also want to say some shout outs to the Black Culture Radio family that are listening right now. Mark Ward, my producer, my mentor. Thank you very much. We love it so much. The support is massive. So let's go play "Protect Me" right now. I'm going to pray it. Big up to yourself.
In the hearts of men, no love in this cold world. You could buy a friend with a piece of gold. Sisters, we need to support each other. Brothers, too much gun war, murdering each other. So much negative frequency, got to protect my mind from this energy. Hide me in your arm, oh yeah, protect me from my enemies. Jealous and bad mind people out to get me, protect me from my enemies. Acquaintances flaunting my downfall, friends don't want to see me rise. Hide me in your arm, oh Jah, protect me from my enemies. Running away from this system, I'm running away from Babylon. Running away from the hurt and the grudges, I'm running away. To separate myself from this evil, but to separate myself to do the works of Jah. I'm running away, running back to Mama Africa. Hide me in your arm, oh yeah, protect me from my enemies. Jealous and bad mind people out to get me, protect me from my enemies. Acquaintances plotting my downfall, friends don't want to see me rise. Hide me in your arm, oh Jah, protect me from my enemies. Principalities and powers, wickedness in the hearts of men. No love in this cold world. You could buy a friend with a piece of gold. Sisters, we need to support each other. Brothers, too much gun war, murdering each other. So much negative frequency, got to protect my mind from this energy. Hide me in your arm, oh yeah, protect me from my enemies. Protect me from my enemies.
This is BCR.
Hide me in your arm, oh Jah, protect me from my enemies. Hide me in your arm, oh yeah, protect me from my enemies. Jealous and bad mind people out to get me, protect me from my enemies. Acquaintances, lots
right, my sister, thank you very much. You know, I love the way you embed some of the message in your music, because you speak about negative energy, but you did not say negative energy, but you said negative frequencies. Frequencies, that is interesting. Frequencies.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Yes,
can,
yes.
you can tell us about the sound. Protect Me. Something else is massive.
Mm-hmm. So the idea of frequency comes from, well, the fact that I'm an artist, and we use certain certain languages within the music world. So that idea came from here, and also from the book of Genesis that talks about when Elohim spoke different things into being, day 1, day 2, day 3 of the creation of this earth, and let there be, let there be, let there be. And things were created, things came to life, and there is such power in what we say, and there is such power in this is why a lot of my music, we create it in the frequency of 432. It is very natural, concerning our heartbeats, the natural movement and vibration of the earth. Frequency 432. Y'all need to do some research on that, because it's we don't have enough time today. So
it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. I think we can go up to. For me, it will be 7:30 Central African time, guys. And that's Let's go.
Right.
Let's play as much as we can. And I need you to express yourself the way you're doing right now. And I love it. That is massive. A big gap to yourself for that.
Right. So
Nice.
so in understanding that natural science and how it works naturally with the human body, with everything on this earth, 432 frequencies, knowing all these things, really, that's why I write in that way. So now there are negative frequencies that can really distort our thinking process. When someone tells you something, when someone speaks something into the atmosphere and you hear it and it is something negative towards you, it does something to us, It's like your teacher telling you you've never been anything. That's a negative frequency that has been put into the atmosphere that was addressed to you. And so when I talk about negative frequencies, I'm talking about those things, just literally separating myself, my mentality from these frequencies. Sometimes you can't escape people speaking negativity into your life and in your presence, and you feel some type of way about it. So it talks about physical separation, mental separation from those negativities. So Protect Me is it reminded me of the story of King David, our ancestor King David. At the time, he was not a king as yet, and he was running away from his life, for his life from King Saul, and he had to go into the wilderness, into the rocks, to literally hide, because King Saul knew he was going to be something big, and he wanted to stop that prophecy from being fulfilled. It's almost like I feel like myself too, and throughout my lifetime and my experiences, how there may have been instances where someone wished bad for me, someone wanted to stop me from fulfilling this. And obviously, I think of the spiritual world where, there are negative energies, just don't want you to put these positive things into this atmosphere. So I'm the one running away from those energies into the rock. And scripture also tells us that the rock of my salvation is Yeshua, Yahshua. So even hiding in that rock, which is a physical thing, which reminds me of King David hiding in the rock from being killed and murdered. Same way, I am hiding in a rock, but this is a spiritual rock, and that's the rock of my salvation, Yahshua. And that's the one I believe who's protecting me and who has kept me alive. Yo, like if I have to tell you different instances where I thought I would have died. You know what I mean? I thought I would have died. At this point in my life, I feel like, girl, you are, you were born for something great, and perhaps this you have to understand, this is how I understand my life. This is how I understand the things that happen to me. So this tells me that I was born for something of great purpose. And just like all of us, DJ Age, all of us were born for a great purpose. Have a choice of walking in that purpose. Yes, we have a choice of walking into it, and we will definitely get adversities. We will definitely get trials when we walk into it. But and that these things supposed to make us stronger. So I am also encouraging everyone else to walk into their purpose in life. You know it. You feel it every day. It's inside of you. You know what your purpose is every day. Walk into it in spite of the adversities. Hide yourself in that rock. So that's what it is. Protect me.
Barukata Hashem Yahweh Maleka Olam. Thanks and praise to the Lion of the tribe of Judah. Abiyah Yisrael keeps my bus running over. No matter the weather, I shall not suffer. Abiyah Yahweh, oh. No money, but belly full, never empty. Through I giving thanks, Yahweh always bless me. The sun may not shine, but my life is filled with light. Emanating, illuminating, the darkness have been waiting. Conscious vibrations to tear down those walls. Fall, Jericho, fall. Cast away your doubts and fears. Jireh keeps my bus running over. No matter the weather, I shall not suffer. Abiyah Yahweh, oh. Chant it now. Jireh keeps my bus running over. No matter the weather, I shall not suffer. Abiyah Yahweh, oh. Africa, be the best you can be. Even if the world don't see, we have a duty to the Almighty. Everybody, L-O-V-E. Hide your love in your heart. Abide by His law each day. More blessed to give than to receive. Keep your heart pure and clean. Cause Jireh keeps my bash running over. No matter the weather, I shall not suffer. Abiyah Yahweh, oh. Yahweh keeps my bash running over. Abiyah.
Right, guys, for those who are joining me right now, my name is DJ Age on the Black Culture Radio. It's an extended reggae drive time show with my sister Abiyah Yisrael. That is something massive that is coming. So to move with music, I'm playing the calabash running over, then play another sound, and then the artist will explain those two, because we are running out of time just a little bit, but I need the artist to express herself. Straight up from Dominica, that is something else. This is DJ Age, broadcasting to you live from South Africa, and we love to do that all the time. You know that your support is unwavering. It's unwavering, and you know that it is unquestionable. Big up to yourself.
Yahweh, oh. Yahweh keeps my bus running over. Abiyah, Yahweh is my father. Abiyah Yahweh, oh. Principalities and
This
powers.
is BCR.
Wickedness in the heart of man. The sun may not shine, but my life is filled with light. Emanating, illuminating, the darkness have been waiting. Conscious vibrations to tear down those walls. Fall, Babylon, fall. Cast away your doubts and fears. Jireh keeps my calabash. Sunshine or rain, more life to gain. Abiyah Yahweh, oh. Jireh, calabash running over. No matter the weather. Abiyah Yisrael, great and mighty. Oh yeah. Once great and mighty, the Horn of Africa, respected by all nations, bringing forth royal generations. Roman wicked intentions foot in Ethiopia.
DJ Agemenon.
Break it off another hot explosive mix.
The scars still they linger. Redundant wars all over Africa. Children made to suffer, dying of hunger. It's a genocide, genocidal farming. We long for a brighter day when Africa can rise up and say, freedom has come our way. Freedom has come. We long for a brighter day when the children can laugh and play. They'll be singing and shouting, freedom.
DJ Freestyle, big up to yourself, and also DJ T all the time. And I love it, the supporter. Big up to yourself. We love it here on the Black Culture Radio. And Black Culture Radio said, big up to yourself, my sister Abiyah. They are happy with your talent. That is massive.
When Africa can rise up and say, freedom has come our way. Freedom has come. We long for a brighter day when the children can laugh and play. They'll be singing and shouting, freedom has come our way. Still great and mighty are the children of Jacob, scattered through the nations, birthing royal generations. Roman wicked intentions to destroy the Davidic kingdom, set foot in Ethiopia, dethrone Rasta, creating stability, starvation and hunger. The scars still they linger, redundant wars all over Africa. Little children made to suffer, dying of hunger. It's a genocide, genocidal farming. We long for a brighter day when Africa can rise up and say, freedom has come our way. Freedom has come. We long for a brighter day when the children can laugh and play. They'll be singing and shouting, freedom has come our way.
Right, guys. This is DJ Agi right now on the Black Culture Radio with Abiyah Yisrael from Dominica. My sister, tell me something. I played the calabash running over, and I do apologize. My system could not even wait. It started all over again. There's something else. Tell me about the calabash running over.
So Calabash Running Over is from the Prayer Rhythm, which was produced by a Kenyan. His name is Francis Kaumba. He has Everblazing Production. He's based in Germany right now. He also, I also sang on another rhythm compilation of his, I Great Rhythm. That's the one I did the herb tree on. So you guys could check out the other artists on this rhythm. Amazing artists. So Calabash Running Over. Ready? I mean, it speaks for itself. Having nothing but feeling like you have everything, because you don't know where you're getting certain provisions, but then it's being provided anyway for you. And I see that in my life. My husband and I, when we did that song, it was like a real tough time. You understand? A real tough time for us. That was back in 2020. Just about the lockdown as well, and it was one of the most emotional songs for me to record. Everything in there is like truth and experience and life and whatnot, the life that I lived, and even today I
repeat. She's online.
Abiyah Yisrael, great and mighty.
Yes. Lost you for a bit there. Yes.
lost you, but you're back. I'm happy.
Okay, great. Right.
Yeah,
So I love to speak on natural.
I'm happy you spoke about the challenges that you went through, and you expressed that in music, and I'm happy about that because it's a learning process, and when you go through some tough times, and that's when you find solutions. I'm happy about that. Thank you very much for the message.
Yeah, that's no problem. So that's what it's talking about, being provided for, even in the time where it feels like you have little to get you by through life. So that's how Calabash Running Over came about. And I am normally a person who smiles a lot. You see me, I'm a bubbly personality. And I must say at that time, even though person saw me smiling with the bubbly personality, because I don't like to show when I'm going through issues, I don't like to show it. So behind, all that, like I say, my husband and I were going through a tough time. And that's how that song came about.
All right, that's great. I also played Great and Mighty. Maybe you can explain about the song, because we're running out of time right now, because I need you to explain Boxed In. I love that. That is something else. That is massive. And any last words, you want to share with us right now on the Black Culture Radio, that would be perfect. And I hope to see you again on the Black Culture Radio with new music as well. And we'll be waiting for that.
Oh, I'll be more than happy. So Great and Mighty really talks about Ethiopia. How Ethiopia was never taken over by colonizers, really and truly, if you have to think about it. And Haile Selassie is the last known ancestor of King David, King Solomon, that I am aware of, that existed in my parents' time, that existed in recent history. So I wanted to address Ethiopia and what he wanted for the people of Ethiopia, and even the people of the diaspora of Africa, everyone who has bloodline from Africa. I know that he wanted us to be free and live on our land space, our inheritance that belong to us. So like I say, once, Ethiopia was once a great and mighty land and a great and mighty nation, as well as the entire people of Africa, Israelites, by the way, who once great and mighty people. We can become great and mighty people again. Mm-hmm. So I'm just reminding us of that.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
So Boxed In. Right. So you're gonna play Boxed In now?
Yeah, I'm gonna play Boxed In, and that will be the final sound I'll be playing today, the song that I'll be playing. So any last words you want to share with us right here on the Black Culture Radio, and we love that if you can share last and
right. Yeah. Lovely. So Boxed In is the first single that I have released for 2020, and produced by Kaya Studios again. It really continues to speak on the current situation of different laws and procedures going on every day. Feeling like you can travel one day, you can't travel another day. You can leave your home one day and then you're locked in your house another day. So that's the feeling of being boxed in and unsure. But I'm saying also that there is nothing that we will go through that doesn't has a purpose to it. There is a reason for us going through those adversities. Let us find that purpose. Let us find that reason. Yah will never give us things that we cannot handle. We can still stand up in spite of and survive. And I just want to tell the listeners of Black Culture Radio to thank you so much for staying and listening to my interview today. You can stream all these songs on every platform, Spotify, YouTube, whatever. You can contact me at DM me. You can connect with me on Instagram, Abiyah Music, ABIYAH, Abiyah Music. On YouTube, Abiyah7, Twitter, Abiyah Yisrael 7, and everywhere else, Abiyah Yisrael, everywhere else. So connect with me, and I want to remind you all that you are great and mighty people. You all are beautifully and wonderfully made. Walk in your purpose from today.
Thank you. Thank you very
so
much for that. You know, that is wonderful. That's wonderful message, Chef, from you. You know what I'm going to say? Safely, is it safe to say boxed in is an extension of coronavirus? I love it.
Yes. I never thought of it, but you're right. You're right. And I think I said 2020. Sorry, my first single for 2022. I think I said 2020. My apologies. So you're right. An extension of coronavirus. Yes.
Thank you very much, my sister. It was an honor to have you on the Black Culture Radio. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Much love. And we give thanks to the Almighty. Thank you very much. It was an honor. Big up to yourself.
You're welcome, DJ Agemenon. Thank you for having me. Big up to you and your family.
Blessings. You. Thank you. Blessings. Right. Guys, with me was Abiyah, straight from Dominica. That is massive. It's an extension also of the Reggae Drive Time show that we didn't have yesterday. We do apologize, but guys, I just want to say thank you to Kaya Studio and Abiyah for their patience. They really did understand the technicalities that we went through. But big up to yourself. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody else from all over the world. Remember, every Fridays, DJ Agi will be live on the Black Culture Radio on the Reggae Drive Time show. And also on Thursdays, we do the non-stop reggae dancehall music craze. That is something else. That is massive. Big up to yourself, guys. Catch me next week. Love you all. We're closing the show.